Shatter that obsidian monstrosity bugger. Yes, I did. Alright.
That sounds so tasty. We've been to Fort Memoriam before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that's...
I don't remember this, though.
No. Also, the music's different.
I love it.
I think it's him playing.
They're doing a reenactment. So they're playing the part of cows. Ooh, I love it. Gotta talk to people.
They got, like, little Warhammer figurines. They're probably painted, too, with cows, and... I don't know if that's supposed to be cows, to be honest.
It's infernal bovines, so they got the devil horns. Yeah, but you got the players role-playing as cows, too.
I know. Oh, this is great.
Uh-huh. Well, this guy
Dungeon and cows.
This guy keeps peering intently at the figures on the table and muttering about line of sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Annie.
Hi, I'm Mike.
You seem to be taking this game real seriously.
Well, of course, you gotta play to win. Otherwise, what's the point?
Having fun?
Exactly, and winning is how you do that. Oh, do you think that these are representations of like the three different sort of archetypes for Magic players back in the day?
I don't know, might be.
What was it? Was Timmy and Spike and something else? There's a third one.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, this is certainly someone who's all about just winning. The guy that everyone else at the table's kind of annoyed with because he doesn't want them to role play. Because it's all about min-maxing and making the logical decisions.
It's Timmy, Johnny, and Spike.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Well, yeah, you having line of sight issues?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't let me have my tape measure on the board when it isn't my turn anymore, so I have to eyeball it.
Looks like you could get a hit on that front guy. He did partial cover, though.
I think you mean soft cover.
Oh, you're playing 4th edition.
Well, yeah, 3rd edition was a total kludge.
Man, you and my brother would be bitter enemies.
Ah, so you know about this game.
Are you the cemetery caretaker?
No, that's Jeff. I'm a paralegal.
There's a lot of those in this hobby, I've noticed.
Yeah, 'cause here if you lose the argument, nobody goes to jail.
Great. Alright.
Me llamo Jeff. Me llamo Jeff. And not many people would walk around in a cow hat in this day and age. Not to imply they were ever in fashion or anything.
Hi, I'm Annie.
Well, hey, I'm Melvin.
Are you the cemetery caretaker?
Nope, I think Jeff said something about having a day job. It hasn't been that day for like 2 weeks, though.
What's with the hat?
We're doing historical reenactments.
You're playing a tabletop war game.
Well, okay, sure, but a historical one. Anyway, we only switched to this after we quit doing real reenactments.
Why do you quit?
Oh, it was too much exercise. Also, somebody kept refusing to lie down when he got killed. You missed. Oh, don't you just hate that when you're LARPing and you're like, you win the duel and your opponent just like, you didn't hit me.
Well, you see, I wouldn't know about this.
No, and neither would I, because that would be embarrassing. No, I've talked before about how I was LARPing when I grew up.
Yourself.
But that was actually a real thing, where it's like you have like a number of hit points or whatever based on your armor and whatnot, and you do your sort of like sword fighting thing with your foam weapons. And you hit your opponent, and they're like, you didn't hit. And I'm like, yes, I fucking did. And like, you didn't hit. Right. And then they hit you back, and now it's like, oh shit, do I play the game and do I role play and like actually take the hit? Or do I just be an asshole back and be like, well, if I didn't hit, then you didn't hit either. it's the honor system. That's how you do LARP fighting. It's based on the honor system.
My only connection to LARPing outside of the space where I learned what LARPing was when I was like, I think in my early 20s or something. And
did someone pull you along in a LARP?
No. We were all at my parents' place. My parents weren't there, but my siblings and I were there preparing to go to a music festival together. But incidentally, one of my brother's friends, I'll call it acquaintances from university, he was also there because he was going to a LARP thing on that weekend. He was just kind of using this as a first stop. He was watching me loading like beer I'd bought for the festival into the car. And he was just watching me do that all judgmentally and whatnot. And he's like, so you're bringing all the beer to the festival? I'm like, yeah, to drink, it's what you do. You're not bringing any beers to your LARPs. And he just looks at me real haughtily and it's like, I only bring health and mana potions.
Oh my god.
And I still don't know what to know of this answer.
Oh.
Can't drink at a LARP. That would not be responsible. I only bring health and mana potions.
What's a mana potion? Is that like a Monster Energy drink or something?
I don't know. I just looked at him and I was like, okay, dude. I just went about my business.
I mean,
because he was real judgmental about my beer.
I've talked about this before. I think I've talked about this on the channel before in some other LP, but I have to talk about it again. We had a guy who would show up in my high school wearing like his wood elf clothing. Yeah. To school. We had an incident with him, which is and I've said this before, that it is the single funniest thing I've ever heard a living human being say in my entire life. Like, and let me specify, it is the single most unintentionally funny thing I've ever heard someone say in my life. So we were at the same LARP, and we were playing goblins. And he was a wood elf because he's always a fucking wood elf, and apparently, I don't know, things were a bit boring at the end of the LARP, and like they wanted to go out with a bang or something. It wasn't supposed to be like a continuing story or anything, so everyone was just playing like one-time characters. So it's not like you have to worry about if your character dies or not. It's the final day, and it's just a throwaway character, basically. So the organizers of the LARP came to us in the Goblin camp and be like, hey, let's do something crazy. Can you just like fucking invade the Wood Elf camp and just fucking go all out war and like attack the elves? And we were like, yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do it. So we waited until sundown. and then we were gonna do it. But the problem here with this LARP is that pretty much all of the elf players were like guys in their 20s, like big guys. And a lot of the goblin LARPers for this LARP happened to be like little kids. We were there and we had like a cool group, but then a lot of the other goblins were just like little shits or whatever. Thematically it works, it looks appropriate or whatnot. But they didn't have a chance. And the wood elves, they had like fucking guards with tower shields and torches and shit. And it was the barricades and whatnot. And we were just storming up there, fucking goblins with little hand axes and whatnot. So we got our asses handed to us. But 2 of us broke through their lines. and charged in. And what happened was that in the middle of this like final night, what they had planned in the Wood Elf camp as their sort of like final climax of the story was that they were gonna have a wedding. And this Wood Elf guy was the guy getting married to his actual girlfriend. They were gonna do like a LARP wedding. Mm-hmm. And 2 of the goblins broke through, and they managed to charge the wedding ceremony, and they like managed to like smack him in the leg or something before they went down too. So nice, they got him. Didn't kill him, but injured him. And he is such a serious LARPer that he's like, I can't play this off. I can't just ignore this. And I have to be injured now and whatnot. I have to respect the integrity of the game. Yeah, respect the LARP. So So now it's the day after, and the LARP is over, and everyone is like gathering for like a photography session, because that's what you kind of did when the LARP was over. Everyone gets to pose together, and like it's like a cosplay event or whatever. So you're in costume, and everyone's just hanging out and taking photos and chit chatting. And we were there, and like some of the goblin people, and this guy shows up, steaming, like fuming with anger, like actual rage. And he just marches up to the guys who popped him, and he's like, ooh, with this barely contained rage, and he walks up to them, and he says to them, "Because of you, we had to do the wedding night out of character." There's so much to unpack in that sentence.
First of all, why would you share that with anyone?
That's the first one. Why would you share that with anyone?
Why would you share with anyone that you were gonna do it in character?
They were gonna do it in character, and I want to know what elf sex in character is like.
I'm not gonna put on pointy ears for you.
But no, that's not enough. That's not enough. Anyone can just put on pointy ears. That's not enough for it to be elf sex. There has to be like, you have to have like incense candles and stuff, not?
Honey, I couldn't be grateful if I tried. Just scratch it from your mind.
Does there have to be like other elves in the background doing like chanting and stuff?
All standing in a circle holding a candle around you, humming real low.
Yeah, something like that. And the fact that he couldn't just brush it off. Because if it was me, I'd be like, look, honey, I've been looking forward to banging like elves for months, okay? We've done all of
this magical healing ritual. Suddenly my leg is better.
Yeah, he's like, honey, come on, don't be ridiculous. That's not how it works. It would take at least 2 in-game days to heal this. It's like, because it was me, I'd be like, look, fuck the LARP, fuck everything. I've been thirsting for some proper elf sex for a long time here. I'm just gonna pretend like that attack never happened, and we're still gonna do the elf sex as planned because we're still gonna do the elf sex as planned. It's out of the question to not do it. But not this guy.
You could, like, if you're gonna be able to pretend so much that you're this character, then you should be able to bend reality to the point where you're saying, hey, 2 days have passed.
Do you think he tried to be like, bring me a mage?
Probably.
Someone, a healer.
I just want to point out, there's nothing wrong with, well, obviously there's nothing wrong with being a nerd. I am one, right? And there's also nothing wrong with being a LARPer, but just don't be fucking obnoxious about it.
Yeah, walking around with your wood elf clothes in school is, I'm sorry, but it is kind of asking to be bullied. And that thing was like, why would you tell us?
Yeah, that is definitely very
because that is, you are just turning yourself into the biggest fucking joke in the world. We are gonna spread this story. We're gonna tell this story to everyone. We're gonna say to everyone we know that you said this.
No, that saying that is just not wise. It's true. But, it's like, I've been to school in some weird outfits. Not LARP outfits, obviously, but it's just like, I try not to judge teenagers for their fashion sense too much.
Did you have like a Gwen Stefani no doubt phase?
No.
What was your phase? Did you have like a punk phase?
No, it's more like kind of like grunge. And like brings like obviously like things with holes in them, and like some of my mom's old shirts from the 70s and whatnot. It's more like that.
I knew a grunge kid. He was cool. He was in drama class.
So more like that, yeah.
I was a new metal kid. Yeah, I listened to Limp Bizkit.
You did. Now you're a new metal adult.
Yes. I still listen to, well, not Limp Bizkit, but a lot of the other ones. They're still good.
Alright. Now, back to this LARP.
Yeah.
So, what's this game you're playing?
You probably aren't familiar with this type of board game. It's a very specialized form of entertainment.
Oh my god, I hate this stereotype.
Well, because
he assumes I don't know because I'm a woman.
Yeah, that pussy is gonna prevent you from knowing about tabletop games.
I know we keep going off topic, but
that's fine.
You know, I had with some of my Dark Souls posters, I got this cute Solaire decal.
Yeah.
I had that on my work laptop back in my last job in Austria, because like we had this huge office and everyone had the exact
Did someone walk up to you and be like, you shouldn't have that on if you don't know what it is?
Sorta, yeah. So the IT guy for the building, he kept walking past and I was looking and like trying to talk to me. And the first thing he asked me, of course, is if that was my boyfriend's.
Oh, no.
And I was like, no, it's mine. And it's like, oh, did you play the game? And I say, yeah, I played the game. But did you play the second one? I say, yeah, I played the second with the DLCs. And I'm like, yeah, I played the DLCs. But did you play the third one? I was like, yeah, I played the third one.
And you're not telling him that you have 100% achievements on all of them.
No, honestly, I didn't, because I could tell because he wasn't asking, like, he was always, like, in a statement as if he's kind of, like, expecting me to say no, or always, like,
so he was like, trying,
he was trying to trap me in it. I knew you're not a real player kind of thing, right? It was like, it's pretty hard, whatever. And it was like, nah, it's fine. It's just like, you gotta be patient, right? Oh yeah, but did you all beat all the bosses? And at the time, this was shortly after release of Dark Souls 3. No, that's it. Ringed City was out, but I didn't have time to play it yet. So he was like, yeah, but did you play the...
I love it.
Did you beat the Ringed City? And it was like, no, I haven't started it yet. So you haven't really beat the game. And I was like, the fuck is this?
Fuck. I love it. Where it's like, Dark Souls 1, yeah, I got 100% achievements.
Dark Souls
Bloodborne,
2,
yeah, I've got 100% achievements. Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, yeah, I got 100% achievements. It's like, oh yeah, but what DLC? No, I didn't play that one yet. I knew you weren't a real gamer.
And this was like a week after its release, and I was just really busy at work and everything, and I was just like, I'm gonna hold off on playing this until I have some time. It's like, oh, so you haven't actually really completed. And it's just like... And the whole time I was trying to exit, I wasn't even looking at him. I was like typing and working the entire time, and he keeps just like interrogating me. And I was sitting next to...
Did he also, like this character we're looking at here, have a goatee?
No, he had a neck beard.
Like actual?
Yes.
Because like it's such a like cliche, but...
And these small rectangular glasses.
Oh.
He almost looked like the character in the Rage comic.
Oh, because like I haven't actually met a lot of genuine neckbeards, because I've always thought like who besides the Amish, I don't know, who would walk around like looking like that? Or do you because I guess you still shave like the front, you just don't bother with the neck.
I don't know. But the thing is, like, at the time, this is a construction project, and I was one of very few women in there, but one of the few women there was the department secretary, and she was actually sitting right next to me. And after he left, she just turns to me and is like, I have no idea what any of this was about, but that was really weird. And I was like, mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's where we're at.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's your line.
What I mean is, you seem to be using Flintlock 4000 rules, but my brother said didn't have cows.
Yeah, we had to mod them ourselves. Cool, huh?
Can I play?
Well, the rules are pretty complex. I don't think the others will want to stop to play a teaching game.
I already know it. My brother used to bug me to play him all the time so he could test the strategies.
Oh, that's great. Then great, yeah. We're short a player on the cow side. Step up to the table and grab some dice.
Alrighty. Oh,
nice.
Can I actually participate? I'm gonna talk to everyone else first.
Yeah.
candy wrappers and empty snack bags.
Uh-huh. Ooh, candy. Of course they got candy.
Cat eyes candy, spell damage, clove drops, and sugar pork balls.
Oh boy.